Okay, we should be live. We are. Okay, we're live on YouTube. Good. Now we need to be live on TikTok. Turn off the live preview. Hey, hi YouTube, by the way. Sorry. Okay, we're live on TikTok. Good. Pop out the chat. There we go. Don't want it there though. I want it up there. That's it. Just resize that window a bit. There we go. Okay. And we're good to go. Yep. TikTok's up and running. YouTube's up and running. We are ready. Hello. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hi everyone. How are you all doing? Welcome aboard. Okay, we'll give it a minute. Hi Dagger, how you doing? I'm just going to move the mic slightly because that light, it's blocking the light to my face from that light over there. I think that's alright. And you can still hear me from this distance, I'm sure. Am I early, says Daniel? You are, Daniel. We've only just started. Welcome aboard. So hello everybody, welcome back to Trucking Tuesday. It's been a while. It's been 2 months since we last did Truckers MP. It's actually been over 6 months since we last played modded single player, which is what we're going to be doing today. Should I repost the live? If you like, Daniel, by all means repost it, get some more viewers in. But yes, we're going to be playing modded Euro Truck today. It has been so long since we last played it. I've spent the last 24 hours tirelessly working to get the mod pack working. There are 181 mods in the pack right now. And we can go anywhere. I'll show you the proper map in just a minute, but we can go anywhere. We got Africa, we got Asia, we got Australia, we got Canada, we got Antarctica. We can go pretty much anywhere on Earth, apart from America. We can't go there, or South America. But you'll see. I'll show you the map in a minute. But it is absolutely huge. Loads and loads of mods. It's took forever to get it working without crashing. I have no idea how long it's going to last before we do encounter a crash, because I haven't even played it yet. Literally all I've done is make sure that it doesn't crash when you launch the game, but I have no idea how far we're going to be able to drive before we encounter problems. But here we are. We're back in Craiova, Romania, which is where our main garage is, and we've got the trans truck, and we got the flag back. You can see the flag in the back window there, and because we're playing with mods again, we got the cat back. We got our cat, our faithful companion, is back again. There's the trans flag. There's the cat. We have lost our custom number plate, though. We did have a number plate in the window that said Ashendak. That's gone for some reason. It hasn't retained that, but we do have our cat. Go Scotland, Winchburg, says Daniel. I don't think we're going to be going in that direction today, Daniel, and I'll show you why in just a minute. Please ignore the steering wheel wiggle. It's an old wheel. Hey Sol, hey Abs, how you doing? So, before we actually do start driving, I want to show you the map. Let's have a look at the map. So this is the map. And as you can see, Europe is looking pretty dense. We've got Iberia rework, we got MedMap, we got Poland rebuilding, we got Ukraine expansion, we got pro mods, obviously. So Europe, very dense, loads and loads of stuff going on there. We got the Middle East, we got pro mods Middle East, we got Turkey, we got Georgia, we got Azerbaijan, we got all of these over here. We can go right the way across Russia, all the way to China, North and South Korea. We can go way up to the very northeastern tip of Russia. We can go down to Southeast Asia over here. We've got Singapore. We've got Indonesia. We can go all the way over to Tasmania, Australia. We can go all the way over there. We can go to Africa. Let's take a look at Africa. And Africa's looking pretty big compared to last time. All of these new places on the northwest coast of Africa. As usual, we can go all the way down South Africa, which we've already done once before. We did go on a long drive to Cape Town. But we've got all these new areas in Africa now as well. All of these new places in West Africa. All this stuff in the north of Africa. We can go to Canada. We can go to Halifax. We can go to St. John's. We can go to all these places on the eastern tip of Canada, and we can even go all the way down. It's going to take me a while to scroll all the way down there to Antarctica. We can actually visit the Amundsen Scott base in Antarctica. So we got a lot of choice. We got a lot of options on where we can drive. Like I say, lots of mods. Haven't tested it yet. It might crash within the first 5 minutes. I don't know. We're going to find out. But we are, of course, starting from Craiova, which is where our main garage is. You said Winchborough wrong. Say Winch, then Bruh together. That is how I said it, isn't it? Or did I say Winchburg? I might have said Winchburg instead of Winchborough. I'm sorry. Can I join you today, says TruckSpotter. Unfortunately not, TruckSpotter. I can't do multiplayer because I've got way too many mods. There is a 100 mod limit for convoys. So I am going to be single player. We haven't done single player for a while, so I'm looking forward to it. Harry said Antarctica. We might get a chance to visit Antarctica later, but we are going to start from Craiova. So let's see what jobs we've actually got available to us from here at the minute. Okay, not too many, only one page, and most of these look pretty short. But there is a job to Kharkiv in Ukraine, and I don't think we've ever been to Ukraine yet. We've visited a couple of places. I don't know if that was on stream or in my own time, but I've visited a few places. But yeah, we've never been to Kharkiv. This seems like a good first job of the day. So we'll head off in that direction. Let's set the GPS and get moving. Keys. And off we go. And hopefully, because we're back in single player today, there won't be any problems with the camera lagging out. If there are, I can turn the graphics down. And we're off. It's too hot for this, says Charlie. It's actually way cooler today. I'm very grateful. I said yesterday, I hope to God that it's going to be cooler today, and it is. It's a lovely cool day. I could have gone then. Never mind. Where I am, it's 35. Damn, Charlie. It's less than 25 here. I think it's like 21, 22 at the minute. So much cooler than it was yesterday. It's the hottest day of the year where Charlie is. Damn. How long's the driving game, says Charlie. I hate getting asked this question because I have no idea. I'm always terrible at judging how long it takes to drive places in-game. Okay, there is a bit of camera lag. I will turn the graphics down just a little bit. They are on Ultra at the minute, so... Ooh, ooh. I haven't driven a truck for a while. It's been a while since we've played Euro Truck, so might take me a while to get back into the swing of things. 77 Rich says, I'm in Dubai on holiday. It was 140 yesterday, today's 102. Damn, I don't know what that is in Celsius, because I don't know, like, the conversion, but if you can tell me. Okay, I'm just going to turn the graphics down a little bit, see if we can resolve some of this lag. We'll go from ultra to high, and we can always go even lower if necessary, but hopefully won't be necessary. Thanks for following JMob510. What do you normally play, says Jordan? At the minute, my stream schedule is Minecraft on Monday, Farm Sim on Friday, and now Trucking Tuesday is going to be permanently on the schedule again. So from now on, you will be seeing this every Tuesday. Am I in the wrong place here? No, I am in the right place. I didn't get to the 104 is 40 degrees, says Abs. Thank you, Abs. That's pretty damn hot. Okay, cargo market. Cryover to Kharkiv. It's an excavator, Volvo EW240 EMH. Expected Friday. I don't know what day we're on. We're on Wednesday. And it's a 60 grand job, so let's take it. Okay, where are we looking? Oh, no, I'm not tired already. I should have probably checked if I was tired before we started. I don't think we're quite in there. No. We need to be a little bit further over. Let's try that. What wheel is that? Says CB710. This is the Logitech G heavy equipment wheel. I got it as a bundle with the side panel here. Stop yawning, I know you're tired. So, right away we're going to have to sleep at the very beginning of the journey. I should have probably started the engine before I put it in gear, but never mind. Okay, so I need a place to sleep and a place to refuel, because we're also not doing too well fuel-wise either. Where are we going, says Callum? So we are just starting a delivery from Cryover in Romania to Kharkiv in Ukraine. It's our first job of the day. First job in 2 months, because it's been, like I say, it's been a while since we played. Good to be back, though. Very good to be back. Hi, Dean. How are you doing? Okay, I'm going to go left first, because there is a petrol station here. Okay, I'm going to go. I wasn't going to be waiting in traffic. Not this early in the game. Thanks for following, Kai. Where is the sleeping area? It looks like I'm right in it. Ah. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, my parking brake has applied itself without me touching anything. How far is your journey, says Truckspire? It's 754 miles. It's done it again. Okay, something's going wrong with my handbrake. Might be, the wire might be a loose connection. Okay, there's another parking space around the other side. We'll try and use that one. For some reason it's not detecting that we're in the parking area. This is... It says on the map this is a sleep area, but apparently it won't let me. Won't let me sleep. Oh, hang on. There we go. I'm just going to sleep here. We're not quite lined up, but... Oh, and it's the middle of the night. Good. Hey Saul, how are you doing, Like a Loop? Okay, quick refuel, and then we can get back on the road. And off we go. Now, interestingly, it's telling me to turn right here, but earlier it was saying to turn left. Let me just have a quick look at the map, see which way we're actually going. It wants me to go all the way down there to turn around at the roundabout when I could just turn left out of here, which is what I'm going to do. What game is this? Says Cotton. The game is Euro Truck Simulator 2. Or, as Harjinder Upal calls it, trucking with trams. Sure. I don't even have my lights on. There we go. Oh, that's better. And we're off. Finally. The lighting looks a little bit off, I'm noticing. Like, I can't see anything at all beyond the... Like, I guess that is more realistic, though. Actually, no, I do have a realistic lighting mod, so that's probably why. Hello, Jackie. Hello. You don't have to say it 50 times. I did see it the first time. Remember me from the other day, says Cameron. I do. How are you doing, Cameron? Welcome back. I'm on this game right now too. Nice one, Truck Spotter. Whereabouts are you? Draydog says some people don't know when to stop spamming. Yeah, Unfortunately, that's very true. Evening, Saul. How's your day been? How you doing, Mason? CR loves his cars, says remember me. I do. Welcome back. Have you ever played Warframe? Says Hyper Lamppost. I haven't, Hyper Lamppost, no. What sort of game is it? I don't think I've even heard of it, to be honest. Oh, this is a 30 zone. We should be driving a bit slower here. Truckspot says, I'm Brussels going to Istanbul. 1,605 miles. Nice one. Pretty long job. What truck you driving, says Cormac? We are driving the Scania R730 Streamline. My favourite truck. And it is, of course, painted in the colours of the Trans Pride flag. You'll see it a bit better in the day, so when it gets lighter. Okay, we can go back up to 50 now. Is this Simulation 1, says Mason? No, this is single player, Mason. I can't play modded. I can't play multiplayer because of the mods that I've got installed. How far have you gone in that truck? I've had this truck since pretty much the start of the game. I've played on the same profile since I first got Euro Truck, and I bought this truck quite early on, so I don't know the exact mileage. Is there somewhere you can check that? I mean, it says 85,000 on the dashboard right now, but I don't know if that resets when you get a full refurb, which I've done a few times. Pickup speed, foot to the floor, want to see how fast it is. No, CR, I don't do that. I try to keep to the speed limit. Okay, there's a roundabout here. Have you ever played OMSI, says Mason? Yes, I've played OMSI twice, Mason. I streamed it both times. Not my cup of tea. I've never really enjoyed... I've never really been into buses. I'm not really a bus person. And it's... I didn't really enjoy the game that much, to be honest. The stream was fun because it got quite a lot of views and there was, you know, some good comments and the chat was really fun. But the game itself, I'm just not really a fan of. And people do keep asking, am I going to play it again at some point? Maybe, but I just don't really like the game that much, to be honest. Which is disappointing, because I paid 25 quid for it. Have you ever played House Flipper, says Daniel. No, Daniel. I've heard of House Flipper, though. I've never played it. Okay, we're on the motorway. We can open up a bit now. We can do up to 62. Ooh, off lane a bit there. Have you ever thought about doing it for a living, says Kai? No, absolutely not. I would never want to do this as a real job. Big respect to real life truckers. I could not see myself doing this in real life. I think it's a really draining job to do. And also a fairly... It's not the most dangerous job in the world, but it's, you know, it's a lot of responsibility. And also I'm just not interested in driving generally. Is it a V8 Scania? It is, CR, yes. Oh, I hear a train underneath. Okay, thanks for joining the stream, Jackie. And thank you, Daniel, as well. Very kind of you to join the stream, spam nothing but can I hold it for 10 minutes. So, goodbye, thanks for joining, don't come back. Thank God you removed them, says Kai. Honestly, normally it doesn't bother me. It's when it gets spammy that's when it starts to piss me off. I don't, you know, I don't mind the negative comments. It's when it's the same person just post the same comment over and over again. That pisses me off. Have you not got any mods to get rid of them, says Daniel? Not at the minute, Daniel. I do have mods. I don't think anyone's here at the moment. Abs was here earlier, though. Abs is one of my moderators. You're so gorgeous. Thank you, Kira. Is there a set day for Farming Sim, or is it just a bit whenever? Farm Sim's on Fridays, Mason. Doc says, looks like you're not using that truck to ram raid post officers while carrying a helicopter. Yeah, no more of that. No more helicopter shenanigans. I think I indicated a bit early there. I'm always here but never been made a mod, says Charlie. You have, haven't you, Charlie? Would you like to be a mod? You have been... I think you've pretty much been here since day one. Like, way back when I first started streaming. That was over a year ago. If you would like to be a mod, Charlie, I will absolutely make you a mod. One second. Truck Spotter says, can you see me in your YouTube chat? I can't see... Where? Hang on. Yes, I can. Yes, hello. Sorry, my YouTube chat wasn't on screen, but I can see your comment now. Okay, I'm just going to add Charlie as a moderator. Thank you very much, Charlie. Where's the menu? There we go. Okay. Trucking Tuesday, says Oscar. Yes, Oscar, it's been a long time, but we are back with Trucking Tuesday. What game is this, says Rape Anybody? The game is Euro Truck Simulator 2. Oh, hang on. I'm going to have to tab out again for a second because I can't actually see the YouTube chat window. There we go. To check mileage, look at Truck Manager. Oh, thank you, Truck Spotter. I will do that when we actually get to somewhere we can properly stop for a bit. Which pronouns? She, her. Thanks for asking. Hey, STFC. CR loves his cars. Can we hear the beast? I mean, not really. I can't. I don't want to turn the game itself up too loud. This is as loud as it's going to get, unfortunately. No, you're not, says CJM. Not what? Thank you. I'm going out for dinner at 4:30. No worries, Charlie. No worries. Hi, I'm back. Hi, Daniel. Welcome back. Where are we right now, actually? We are in Bucharest, so we're still in Romania at the minute. I think we are going to be going through Moldova as well. Wait, where's the turn? Oh, it's there. When did you first come out as trans, if you don't mind me asking, says Casey? I came out in July of 2021, so just under 4 years ago. I'll drop you a message on Discord later. Thanks, Charlie. A little bit of lag here. I think it's because we're starting to get towards a new area. Thank you, I appreciate it. No problem, Casey. What map mods have you added since last playing Celestia FC? Good question. So I have tried to keep as many of the mods from before as possible. There were a couple that haven't been updated yet, like Maghreb hasn't been updated to 1.54 yet. But most of the stuff I had before is still there, plus a few new ones. We've now got Antarctica, Australia, and Canada. We can go to all of those places. And a few other bits and pieces as well. Goat, says Numerator. Thanks, Numerator. Hiya, Dan. How you doing? Have you got Brazil? We don't have Brazil, STFC. What year did you transfer team, says Manners? I came out 4 years ago. You play these games, but do you have your real driver's license, says Dan. I don't, Dan, no. I don't drive in real life, and I don't have any plans to. You got a cat, says Daniel. We got 3 cats, yes. If you've seen my latest queer discussion video, there is a cat in the video that I threw. As a joke. Don't worry, he wasn't hurt. He wasn't injured. You'd smash it, says Dan. I just don't really want to drive. I don't really have any need to. It's way too expensive, and there's if I had a car, I'd never drive it because I don't really need to. There's nowhere that I need to go that requires a car, you know. And 2 dogs, 5 cats and 2 dogs, Daniel. Damn, that's a lot. Watching 95 says Dan. At the minute, Dan, I am temporarily out of work. My most recent job was at a printing shop, designing like business cards, posters, brochures, that kind of stuff for local businesses. So some great experience with like graphic design, Adobe Suite, stuff like that. But I'm really looking for something game design related. Ooh, nearly tips there. Yeah, I'm looking for something more game oriented because I do have a degree in computer science. Don't become a professional bed rotter, says Dan. Don't worry, Dan. No worries on that front. Can I be TikTok mod, says Truck Spotter. I think we're alright for now, Truck Spotter. I think we got enough. But thanks for offering. What headphones are those, says Dan? These are the Exa 1000 headphones. They're very cheap. They were only 20 quid. on Amazon, but they're fine for me. Don't forget to check your mileage. I will check my mileage as soon as we get to a stopping point, Truck Spotter. Did anything happen while I was gone? No, Dan, don't worry, you haven't missed anything. What time is it? Says Callum. In-game, it's currently 10 past 4, apparently. No, it's 8:15. Okay, the sat-nav on the actual dashboard isn't the right time. I have to open the UI version to see it. Oh no, it is it's 4 in the morning. It's 4 in the morning, but my dashboard says it's 4 in the afternoon. I don't know why. Don't forget to check your mileage. Thanks, Truck Spotter. Like I say, I will check it as soon as we get to a stopping point. Do you want me to join you, said Callum? Unfortunately, you can't join me, Callum. I am playing with quite a lot of mods, so it does have to be single player only. There is I think the limit for convoys is 100 mods, and obviously we've got nearly 200 right now, so there's really no chance of doing multiplayer. Have you ever had a bad crash in this, says Dan? All the time, Dan, all the time. As I'm sure some of my regular viewers will attest, it has happened many a time. Okay, I think we can open up a little bit. Have you had any trolls, says Daniel? Not really. A bit of spam, but nothing else really. Oh, it's getting light. I'm way over the line there. Right, oh, hang on. Okay, I'm not sure what the thing on my dashboard is, but it's not a clock, because it's counting down. You won't be able to see it on the stream anyway, because it's really tiny, but on the dashboard in the truck, there's a little timer, and it's currently on 15:34, but it's counting down instead of up, so it's not a clock. Wonder what it is. Maybe it's counting down how long it is till my next rest or something, or how long till I need to refuel. I don't know. Do NPCs ever do stupid stuff, or is it always your fault for the crashes? NPCs do stupid things, yes. I'm not going to pretend that it's always the NPC's fault, because I've had plenty of crashes that were my fault as well. But there have been times when NPC traffic has just pulled out in front of me or turned into my lane without warning. So the NPC traffic does cause some problems sometimes. What made you be trans, says CR loves his cars. Big question, CR. I do have a video about it if you want to know more. It's not really the kind of question that can be answered just on the fly, you know, so I always point people towards that video if you're interested. It's my first pinned video on my profile. But, you know, the same reason anyone is trans, really. I wasn't comfortable with myself growing up, and now I am. If you want to hear that story in 13 minutes of detail, watch the pinned video. Okay, ooh, 31 zone here. Slow it down a bit. There we go. We're coming into Galati, which is still Romania, I think. It is, but I think we're close to the border. Oh god, you can hear the retarder going at it right now. I am using cruise control for the speed, obviously. What makes you enjoy this if there's no progression, says Owen? There is progression, Owen. There's, you know, you can buy new trucks, buy new garages, visit new places. You can upgrade your license so you can carry different cargoes and stuff. Admittedly, it does get... You do eventually reach a point where you've unlocked pretty much everything. But it's still fun. I just like the driving part. It's a very relaxing game. I like games that are relaxing, that you can just sit back and just unwind a bit, you know? Is it not repetitive? I don't think so, Owen. I can see how it could be if you're not interested in trucks, generally speaking, but for me, I don't find it repetitive at all. I've put a treasure box up. Thanks, Charlie. What do you think of God? Well, to be brutally honest, I don't think he exists, so that's a bit like asking what do I think of Father Christmas. I have no thoughts. 2 now, thanks Charlie. How are you today? I'm very good, Stormtrooper, how are you doing? So how long have you been playing this game for in total? Says Owen. Well, I first started playing this game in, I think, 2019, which is, you know, 6 years ago now. Man. It was one of the first Steam games that I got, I remember, because I didn't have a computer growing up, I had consoles. But when I started university, I got my first actual laptop to do coursework and stuff like that. So that's when I really got my first video games, and Euro Truck was one of the first. And you still enjoy it? Yes, I do, Owen. Like, people enjoy different things, you know. I always compare it to football. Like, personally, I think the idea of going and watching people kick a ball about every single Saturday for your entire life is really boring. But that's okay, it's not for me, you know? And similarly, some people might think that sitting here and playing a truck driving game is really boring, but that's okay, it's just not for you. People have different interests, you know? Do you not have games off of websites? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, I'm going to actually pull over real quick, because I don't want to forget to check the mileage. So, Truck Spotter, if you're still here, where do I check it? Truck Manager, was it? Truck Manager... Scania Streamline. That is the mile. That is the total mileometer, 82,000 miles. So it's actually not my most driven truck. Maybe I bought this truck a bit later than I thought I did. I know, obviously, the Volvo is the biggest one, because this was the very first truck that I bought. So I've driven that one nearly 150k. I didn't realise that actually I haven't been driving the Scania that much. It's only really since I started streaming, and to be fair, I haven't played the game as much in my spare time since I've been streaming it, so yeah, I guess I haven't actually driven the Streamline as much as I thought I had. But we are at 82k, and it is pretty much the only truck that I drive nowadays, so eventually it will overtake the rest. Do you have to refill your tank on water? Not water, Owen, you do have to refill fuel, obviously, diesel, but not water. Okay, can I pull out after this car? I'm going. My most driven truck is 5.6k. Not bad, Truck Spotter. How long have you been playing Euro Truck, out of interest? On your Discord profile pic, does the Japanese letters say anything? Yes, STFC. So the Japanese text on my logo says Ashita no Mirai, which means tomorrow's future. Or literally the future of tomorrow. Don't ask me why, I just thought it was a cool slogan. Do you not have mods off of websites, I mean? Yeah, I've got mods, got quite a lot of mods. Obviously, I've got Pro Mods, which is like the biggest mod for Euro Truck. I've got Pro Mods Middle East, and Pro Mods Great Step. But I've got lots of other mods as well. Most of my mods come from a website called Trucky Mods, which is one of the biggest websites for Euro Truck mods. But yeah, I've actually got 181 mods active at the moment. So quite a few. Hope you enjoyed all the coins. I did, Charlie. Thank you so much. I've played since January and my total is 28k, says TruckSpotter. Not bad, not bad. What did you do in this game? Did you just drive around for fun? Pretty much, Madison, yeah, pretty much. Oh, that sun glare is not great. How are we doing for fuel, actually? Well, I think we're alright. You're more than welcome, Saul. I've got to get ready, leaving soon. Thanks, Charlie. Thanks for joining today. Thanks for moderating for me as well. Enjoy wherever you're going. I don't think you mentioned where you were going, but enjoy it anyway. Oh, dinner for your daughter's birthday. Oh, well, have a good time then. Have a good time and say happy birthday. Well, don't say happy birthday from me, because it'll mean absolutely nothing to your daughter, but happy birthday to your daughter anyway. It would be a bit strange to say, oh, this random person I follow on TikTok said happy birthday. But see you later, Charlie. Thank you for joining. When's the farming? Friday? Yes, Henry, farm sim every Friday. Have you thought about doing truck driving for real, says Rodder. No, Rodder, I've never really been interested in doing it in real life. I'm not interested in driving in general, IRL. Quite frankly, I wouldn't trust myself behind the wheel of a car, let alone HGV, so absolutely no intention of ever driving a real truck. Massive respect to all the truckers out there, though. What horn you got on there, says Truck Spotter? Here it is. Oh no. Oh, it's broken again! Sometimes the horn stops working. And it is a game problem, because I'm pressing the horn button on the keyboard and that's not working either. So my horn's broken at the minute, unfortunately. What do you do hobby-wise other than gaming, says Owen? I collect Lego. I have a model railway, which you can't see, but it's on the shelf just behind me there. I walk a lot. I do a lot of walking. In fact, I'm going to the Peak District on Thursday for a 15-mile hike. Looking forward to that. I do gardening. I'm very proud of my garden. I keep spiders, and I am going to be getting a new spider next month. Well, this month now. I don't know when, but for all of you out there who do enjoy the spider-related content, I am going to be looking at getting a new spider in the next couple of weeks, so we'll see. Riley says, let's see the spiders. I don't have any right now, Riley. Unfortunately, my only jumping spider died a few weeks ago. Well, about a month ago now. She was about a year and a half old, which is pretty much average lifespan for a jumping spider. But yeah, she died not too long ago. But I am looking to get a new spider soon. Just normal spiders or tarantulas? Jumping spiders mainly, Owen. I would like to keep tarantulas eventually. I'm not really ready for that yet. I would describe myself as a recovering arachnophobe. I used to be absolutely terrified of spiders, and I'm still not completely over it. But by keeping jumping spiders as pets, it's really helped me to get a better appreciation of spiders and understand them more and fear them a lot less. So I'm a lot more comfortable around spiders than I used to be. But I'm still not comfortable enough to consider owning a tarantula. Maybe one day. I would like to, but I'm just not ready for that kind of thing yet. Whoa, we're going to tip here. Very sharp corner here. I should probably be in a lower gear. Does TikTok pay you well? I get a little bit. I get a few gifts, and obviously I do have my Patreon supporters here. Thanks very much, Kate, Sophie, Jess, Daniel, and Danny for supporting me over there. Not enough to make a living off by any means, but you know, I get a little bit. Like I say, people do send gifts and stuff like that, which is always very much appreciated. Thank you, by the way, Daniel, for the power gems. Watch pronoun she, her. Thanks for asking, Jane. What happens if you tip the truck? If you tip the truck, it gets damaged. It doesn't cause any actual visible damage, but it does affect the performance of the truck. You can stall the engine and stuff like that, and it moves slower. But there's no, like, visible damage, unfortunately. Thanks for following Connor Shaw, by the way. Okay, have we actually crossed into Moldova yet? No, because we haven't even got to Iasi yet, so we're still in Romania. I really did think we'd be in Moldova by now. I could turn the headlights off, actually, now that it's daytime. Ooh. Nearly missed a gear there. Oh, we're at the border now. We're about to cross into Moldova now. How do you flip it back up, says Owen? You don't, Owen. If you do tip it over, you have to get towed to the nearest service station, which does incur a penalty fee, and then obviously you have to pay for the repairs as well. Okay, so we are now crossing into Moldova. We're leaving the EU. Let's go this side. On my most driven truck, it's a Scania S-Series. Nice one, Truck Spot. I do love Scania. I think Scania is by far my favourite truck brand. I'm not a truck expert by any means, but I do love a good Scania. Your arms, says notifications. Yes, I have arms. 2 of them. They're like sticks. Yes, that's because I'm severely underweight. Well, not severely underweight, just underweight. What game is that? I'm not telling you, Jane, because you just called me a tranny. Figure it out for yourself. I also have a Scania 4 Series, a T-Cab, and an R Series like you. Nice one, Truck Spotter, nice one. Are you still strong, says notifications? Not particularly. Not to big myself up too much, but I think I might be strong for my size. But generally speaking, no. I'm stronger than I look. Let's put it that way. I'm not strong, but I am stronger than I look. Where are you from, says Owen? I'm from Doncaster in South Yorkshire. Could you bench press 80k? I have no idea. I've never bench pressed in my life. I've never lifted weights, so I have no idea how much I could lift. Probably not much. You don't sound very northern, says Draydog. People tell me that, but this is just what people from Doncaster sound like. Maybe people from Doncaster... Oh, there's a crash happened there. Maybe the Doncaster accent isn't as strong as, like, your typical Yorkshire accent. But people from Doncaster sound like this. Okay, are you going to move, or am I going to go around? I think I'm going to go round. Yeah, my mum in particular, she has a much stronger Yorkshire accent because she's from Middlesbrough. But yeah, my dad, who's also from Doncaster, he sounds exactly like me. So yeah, this, like I say, I think the Doncaster accent just isn't as strong as your typical Yorkshire accent. You know, your e by gum kind of accent, which I'm not going to do. But that's the you know what people from Yorkshire stereotypically sound like. My missus is from Donny, and she has a way stronger accent than most. It's a weird one, says Jack. Is she... Are her family originally from Doncaster as well, or are they from maybe a bit further north? I'm from North Yorkshire. I have a very strong accent, says Truxby. Yeah, like I say, on my mum's side, my family are from Yorkshire, from North Yorkshire on my mum's side, so they do have a much stronger accent. But on my dad's side, everyone's from South Yorkshire, so it's a lot less strong. They're all from Doncaster. They just move like every 2 years, so whether it's picked up... Yeah, that might be it. It might be like moving around a lot might cause you to lose your accent a bit. Because I did lose my accent a bit when I went to uni, because obviously I went to uni in Somerset. Well, technically Bath, which is not part of Somerset officially anymore, but everyone around there has, you know, your typical West Country accent. And I did pick it up a tiny bit while I was there, but obviously that was a few years ago now, so I've pretty much reverted back to my natural accent at this point. But yeah, moving around definitely does affect your accent a lot. Buy a new steering wheel, please, says Milk. Okay, send me £300 then, Milk. The steering wheel that I want to buy is the Thrustmaster T248, which I think is... Actually, I think it's about 150. So if you send me £150, I'll buy a new steering wheel. Otherwise, I might wait until I've actually got £150 lying around to throw away on a new steering wheel. Doncaster isn't that far from me. It's 2 to 3 hours away, says Draydog. Whereabouts are you, Draydog? I think I might have asked you that in a previous stream, but I've forgotten, so I apologise. I have a Logitech GN20, says Truckspire. Do you mean G920? I don't think I've heard of a GN20. Thanks for following, Damien. G920, yeah. That's more of a racing wheel, though, isn't it? The thing is, I've said it before, but there aren't as many truck wheels as there are racing wheels. There's plenty of racing wheels out there, but it's hard to come by a good quality truck wheel. Like I say, the one that I've got my eye on is the Thrustmaster T248, because you can use that as a trucking wheel and a racing wheel, which is ideal for me. Yeah, but I do racing games more than trucking, that's why I got it. That's fair enough, that's fair enough. I guess it does come down to what kind of games you play more. I don't really play many racing games, so this kind of wheel's ideal for me. But like I say, I would like to get a wheel that can be used as both, so that I can do racing games as well. Because this is really not appropriate for racing. Although I have played Burnout Paradise with it before. Plus it was half price, so I thought I'd get it quick. Honestly, can't beat a bargain, Truck Spotter. You're live again. 9 hours a week was a lie, says Austin. Well, let's do the maths, shall we, Austin? I was live 3 times last week. That is 9 hours. I'm going to be live for 3 times this week, which is also 9 hours. So yes, I am live for about 9 hours a week. If you're really that bothered about counting exactly how much time a week I spend streaming, at least get it right. I stream 3 days a week, 3 hours each time. That's 9 hours. Also, I need to sleep. I'm getting tired. Why is this guy going so slowly? Oh, because the speed limit here is only 18 for some reason. Oh no, that's my current speed. There is no speed limit here. The speed limit's missing. That's probably why he's driving so slow. Okay, this might be a problem. Why is your steering wheel so small, says Kia? It's not too small, honestly. It does look very small from this angle. It's not that small. It is relatively small compared to other trucking wheels, especially because trucking wheels tend to be bigger anyway than racing wheels. So it is a bit on the small side, but it's also cheap. You get what you pay for, you know? Bender, says Little Kingy. Yes, I am raging homosexual. Thank you for noticing. It was because obviously I was hiding it. Obviously you had to put on, you know, you had to get out the magnifying glass to figure that one out. I don't make it incredibly obvious or anything. Why are the icons below the screen? Says Xander. Which icons? Oh, on the stream above me. Those are my socials. So if you want to follow me on any of my other platforms: Instagram, YouTube, Blue Sky, Patreon, and Discord. There's links in my bio for all of those. Quote of the day says, Finn, learn to love yourself first instead of loving the idea of other people loving you. Wise words, Finn. Wise words. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I really couldn't care less what people think about me online, because I'm never going to see any of you in person. No offense, you know. It's nice to get positive comments, don't get me wrong, but let's be honest, I'm never going to see any of you IRL, so your opinion, with the greatest of respect, doesn't faze me in the slightest. Oh, I've flipped the handbrake by accident. Hang on. There we go, that's taken care of that. I am going to have to do an illegal U-turn. Never know, I might be outside Greg's one day, says Xander. Yeah, you might be. Never know. When's Farmsim Fridays? On Fridays, Addison. Is your truck fuel efficient? I don't know. Is there a way you can check fuel efficiency in-game? I don't think there is. Why do you use mods, says Alfie? I love playing with mods. I think any game is improved by having mods. Especially with a game like this, because I love Euro Truck, I love the base game, there's so many great places that you can visit, but, like, with mods, I can go anywhere, you know? I can go pretty much anywhere in Africa, Europe, Asia. I can go to Australia, Canada, Antarctica. Like, you just don't get that kind of choice in the base game. That's why I enjoy using mods. Oh, nearly missed my turn there. I was too distracted by the chat. Okay, there's a rest point here. First one of the day. How are you today, Saul? I'm good, Finn. How are you doing? It always freezes for a little bit when I sleep. I'll have a quick drink. I'm on the Dr. Pepper today. I had my last Iron Brew day before yesterday, so I'm stuck with Dr. Pepper until Saturday when I get some more. Not complaining. Love a good Dr. Pepper. Definitely up there in the top 10. But it's no Iron Brew. It is no Iron Brew. Hey, King of BPL, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Just out of interest, by the way, is anyone watching now who has watched Trucking Tuesday before? Because it has been a while since we played this game, and obviously I've had a lot of new followers in that time. So who's watching who was here for the last round of Trucking Tuesday? Me, says Daniel. You certainly were, Daniel. Dagger, of course, you've been here pretty much since day one as well. Truck Spotter, yes, also a long-time viewer. Is that a dress or a skirt, says King of BPL. This is a skirt. And this is a crop top. Okay. Oh, look at the cat. Also, I almost forgot that we've still got the cat. I missed the cat. You don't really notice it until it's gone. We need to give him a name, actually. I don't think we ever gave the cab cat a name. If anyone has any sensible suggestions for a cat name. Well, they don't have to be sensible, as long as they're appropriate. Suggest names for the cat. Cat Fred, says King of BPL. Call it Scania, says Truck Spotter. That's interesting idea. Am I in the... Okay, I'm struggling to get in gear here. I was trying to shift up too quickly. Dave. Annie. Little Annie. The tipped your truck over, says Finn. Who tipped my truck over? Barry, says Joseph. I like Barry. Do Katia, which is a mix of cat and Scania. That's not a bad suggestion, because Katia's a real name, isn't it? Like, not spelled like that, but Katya. That's a real name. When I was driving, I had a cat and called it Fred, says King of BPL. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, BPL. What we could do, we could just change the cat's name in every stream. Like, what should he be called today? And then we'll decide again next time. Dr. Fuzzy Boots, says Reese. I dig it. I dig it. Daniel, says Daniel. I think you might be a little bit biased on this, Daniel. My cat's called Barry, Blippy, and Betty. Yes, I have 3 cats. Nice one, Truck Spotter. We also have 3 cats. They're called Buddy, Binks, and Skylar. But I don't want to name it after one of my real cats. Unless it was Gizmo. I could call it Gizmo. So, my childhood cat was called Gizmo. He was like the family cat for many years. He was like 13, 14 years old when he eventually moved on. But he was a tuxedo cat. He's absolutely the best cat that I ever had. Maybe I'll call it Gizmo in honor of my actual tuxedo cat, Gizmo. Rest in peace, Gizmo, by the way. Jimmy, says Jim. I think you might have too much skin in this game as well, Jimmy. I used to drive a Scania 380, says King of BPL. Nice one. Boris, says Joseph. All the traffic's moving very slowly again, by the way. I hope this isn't going to be a continuing thing. This is not a very safe place to overtake, but I'm not standing behind them for hours on end. Call it Trump, says Daniel. I wouldn't punish a cat by calling it that name. Any farming sim today? No, Rocked. Farming sim is always on Friday. You should know. You ask me in every single stream, and I tell you every single time. Steve, says Finn. Not a bad suggestion. Pat? That is actually a good name for a cat. Pat the cat. Thanks for following, Joseph. I call it Caleb because my name's Caleb, says Truck Spotter. Again, please don't suggest your own names, guys. Come on. Please don't suggest your own name. Come up with something a bit more original. Sesco, says Rory. Interesting. Larry. Oh, like Larry, the Chief Mouser of Downing Street. Didn't he die? Did he die or did he retire? I can't remember. Quandavius. Romeo. Okay, there's some good suggestions here. Is the cat a boy or a girl, says Rory? I mean, I can't tell from this angle. I don't think we're meant to know. And also, does it really matter? Because we could just call it something like Toaster, which I'm given to understand is a unisex cat name. Do you have ADR, says King of BPL? We do, yes. I'm fully leveled up on the game, so we've got access to all the ADR, all the long distance driving, eco driving, all that kind of stuff, fragile cargo, etc., etc. Fluffy, says Rory. A little bit basic, but not a bad name. No matter how much hate you get, God and Jesus love you. Thanks, Scania V8. Oh, I need to press the button. Oh, I need to be a bit further forward. Okay. I miss truck driving, says King of BPL. Sorry to hear that, BPL. How long have you been out of the game, as it were? Call it oven. Why do they call it oven? When you in the food, out hot, eat the food. Who knows? Starmer. No. I'm not going to be naming my cat after any politician. Like, that's flat out off the table. No politician names, please. I would not be so cruel as to name my cat after any politician. Name it Galaxy. Now that's a nice suggestion, Rio. Galaxy, I like that. 3 years due to an accident when the handbrake failed and ran me. Oh my god, King of BPL. I'm really sorry to hear that. Are you okay now? I mean, obviously, sounds like you can't drive anymore, but, you know, hopefully you're better. Walter, says Con. Well, one of my real cats is called Skylar, so... Semi-paralysed. Damn, that's rough, man. Sorry to hear that. And I imagine, like, it's pretty good in not being able to do the thing that you most enjoy doing, you know? So, God, I can't imagine how hard that must be. I'm really sorry to hear that. I call it Hulk, Ginger, Kizzy, Jennifer, Cookie. Some interesting suggestions now. Spot. What colour is it? It's a tuxedo. Black and white. Oh, look, he's on his back. He's got his paws up. I love how the chat has turned into cat name suggestions. In fairness, it was my fault. I did ask for cat names. I've caused this. Oreo. I feel like that's a bit too obvious as well. Like, I know lots of tuxedo cats called Oreo. What we really need to do is call it something that's just totally nonsensical, like Ginger. Let's call it Ginger. That's funny, because it's not Ginger. You know, you get it? Good, that's a joke. So, there we go. I appreciate all the suggestions, everyone, but I've decided I'm going to call this black and white cat Ginger. Hey, Ginger. How are you doing? Thanks for following, Lucy, and full stop. Did it hurt getting chopped, says Alfie? Hasn't been, won't be, never will, never have, don't intend to. I don't know how to say this in any other way because I answer this question 500 times a day. No, it didn't hurt because it hasn't happened and it is never going to. Name it Van, says Daniel. It's too late, too late. No more suggestions. It's called Ginger. I've made my decision. The suggestions were great. I appreciate all the suggestions, but it's called Ginger. That's it. Until next week, we'll rename it again next week. And that'll be our tradition going forward. We'll choose a new name every week for the cat. Okay, how far are we, by the way? Because I haven't checked the sat-nav in a while. We're coming up to... per something. I can't read the whole name because it's behind the F5 icon. It looks like it's called Perv. I think there's probably another letter on the end. Pervo, that's not much better, actually. Okay, the rest of the name is starting to come into view. I drive a bus for events for a friend now and then, says King of BPL. Nice one, nice one. I mean, at least you do still get to do some driving. It's Pervomarsk is the name of the town. No idea how you actually pronounce that in Ukrainian. Or is it Pervomalsk? Pervomalsk. Yeah, that's an L. No, it's an I. It's Pervomaisk. It's probably something like Pervomaisk. Because they do that, don't they? Like Chernobyl. The emphasis is on the second syllable. So maybe it's pronounced Pervomaisk? I don't know. If anyone speaks Ukrainian, how do you pronounce Pervomaisk? Oh, look at that. Now I'm the one being overtaken. I've been so distracted talking about Pervomaisk, or however you pronounce it. Someone overtook me. I is pronounced E. Oh, so it'd be like Pervomaisk. Like more of an A sound? Or E? Pervomisk? I don't know. How are we doing for food and water? Food and water? How are we doing for sleep and fuel? I meant to say. We do need to sleep soon. We're doing okay for fuel at the minute. What did you get in your GCSEs, says Jed Hill. What a strange question, Jed Hill. I got 14 GCSEs, all A stars to C's. My best was further mathematics. I got an A star. My worst was Latin. I got a C. And everything else was somewhere in between. What time are you finishing, says Truckspotter? 6 o'clock, as always, Truckspotter. Provoesk is the pronunciation. Thank you, King of BPL. Woo! Red light. Provoisk. Wait, so is the M silent? There's an M in there. Weird, I've never seen a silent M before, but I'll take your word for it. Did it get chopped off? Nope. And it's not going to be. I said this 5 minutes ago. How tall are you, says Jed. I'm 5'6", Jed. If you must know. Okay, so we're 7 hours 20 minutes away, and we need to sleep in 7 hours 30 minutes, so we may have to sleep before we get there. Oh no, we okay, I'm reading it wrong. So the job expires in 7 hours, but we're going to be there in 4 hours, so we won't need to sleep before we get there. It's a bit nerve-wracking not being able to see very far in front of you as well. Again, I'm using a mod that makes the lighting more realistic, which is why it's pretty much pitch black outside of my vision, outside of the range of the headlights. Because in the normal game, without mods, you can see quite far at night. I can't imagine driving at night in real life and only being able to see like 20 meters in front of you. Ooh, let's try not to rush about. There's a sharp corner coming up. There we go. We'll stick to 50. It is a 43 zone, so I think 50 will be okay. Never mind, I just got a speeding ticket. Lovely. Okay, we'll go down a bit further then. Don't go crashing in the pitch black, says Draydog. I can't make any promises, Draydog. I'll do my best not to. Oh. Oh, we're losing... Why are we losing power? It's because we're going uphill. Are the mods free? Yes, all the mods I'm using are free. I haven't put together a mod list yet, but I will be doing so. I did last time I played modded. I did do a spreadsheet with links to all the mods, and I will be doing the same thing again. But obviously, there's 180, so it's going to take a while to put together. But hopefully before next week's stream, I'll have that. So next week, you'll be able to go to the Discord and have links to all the mods if you want to play with the same mod pack that I'm using. Is this ETS2, says Unknown? It is Unknown, yes. How are you? I'm fine, thank you, Alfie. How are you doing? King of BPL says, I've also got 14 GCSEs, A-star, and lowest A. Wow, and a PhD in law. Damn. Nice one, BPL. So you're a doctor? I would love to be a doctor. I've got a friend who's got a PhD. Personally, I haven't even done my masters yet. I do want to go for a masters. I didn't want to do a masters straight out of uni because I didn't take a gap year after school, so I went straight from school to university. By the time I got my bachelor's, I was like, I just want to break from education for a bit. But I would like to eventually do a master's, and maybe even beyond. But at the minute, best I've got is a BSc. You Tran, says Riley Brownless. Yes, I am indeed, Riley. Kropivnitsky? I'm sorry, I'm very bad at pronouncing Russian and Ukrainian place names. We're in Kropivnitsky. Kropivnitsky. That's not too bad. It's just all the Y's threw me a little bit. Can I ask you a question? By all means, King of BPL, go ahead. Do you have any pets, says Draydog? Yes, at the minute we got 3 cats. As I mentioned earlier. And I don't have any spiders at the minute, but as you know, I do keep spiders. I'm going to be getting a new one very soon. I've been checking, because I've mentioned it before, but there's a specific species that I'm after at the minute, Phidippus morpheus. And the place that I normally buy my spiders from, the Spider Shop, which is based in Pembrokeshire, I believe, they don't have any in stock at the minute. They've only got Phidippus ardens, which is what my last jumping spider was, and I don't really want to keep the same species twice in a row. So I'm kind of just waiting around until they have some other species in stock. And like I say, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they'll have some Phidippus morpheus quite soon, because that's the species that I really want to keep next. And of course, when I do get my next spider, I will do a live stream like I did when we got Luna. I'll do a live stream to set up the enclosure and show off the spider and stuff like that. Oh, careful. Thanks for following, Aiden. Are you straight, says King of EPL. No. I would consider myself pansexual, so I'm really not really attracted to any particular gender. I would say I'm more attracted to women, but I'm not really choosy, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. Do you own your own place, says Feet Schmeller? No. I'm 26 years old. I cannot afford to own my own place. I rent. What 26-year-old owns their own house in this day and age? Come on. Sorry if it was personal, King of BPL. No, it's fine, King of BPL. I don't mind answering questions like that. I get far more personal questions that I don't like to answer, but that's fine. My cousin, she's 28. Well, that's not 26 though, is it? Feet Schmeller. That's 2 years difference. And also, you know, I'm sure there are some people my age who own their own houses, and they almost definitely have very rich parents, which I was not blessed with. I'm from a working class background, so everything I've got I've had to actually put my back into. I wasn't just handed a house as soon as I turned 18, courtesy of Daddy, you know. Not that I'm suggesting there aren't people who do work hard to own their own houses. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there are at least some people who own their own houses who kind of looked into it, you know, by circumstance of where they were born and who their parents are, etc., etc. Some of us don't get such a lucky start in life, and we've got to kind of work for things like that. Name the cat Bagel, says Rory. The cat's called Ginger, Rory. We've already decided. Sorry. Indicated a bit early there. bit of lag round here again. But we are getting close now. 2 hours left. And 150 miles. I didn't think it'd take us this long, to be honest. I thought we'd be doing, like, one job. I thought we'd get 3 jobs done, but we're probably only going to get 2 done. Okay, just-in-time delivery's going off. Oh, there's only 1 hour... Okay. We're actually going to be late, then, because there's only 2 hours left, and it's going to take us 4 hours to get there. Right, well... That's because I had to sleep right at the start of the journey, isn't it? So it's my own fault. But we are going to get a late fee, unfortunately. I'm still not going to rush about, though, because I don't want to have an accident. I mean, even if I absolutely floored it, we still wouldn't get there in time. We're going to be late, so... Let's get there in one piece. The main thing is that we get there in one piece. Better late and arrive in one. Exactly, King of BPL. Oh, I didn't even notice that light either. That could have ended very badly. Come on. Come on. Are you joking? Turn. Thank you. Well, Saul. Hi, Brandon. How you doing? Can you do Antarctica tonight? I'll see what I can do, Truckspotter. I'll see if we can head down there. I really do want to see Antarctica. I'm really curious how that actually looks. I remember that I was delivering it was 5 days late, says King of BPL. Damn. Damn. I think in real life, though, it's a lot more unpredictable, you know? You don't know what traffic's going to be like, you don't know what the roads are going to be like, roadworks, weather, etc, etc. In the game, it's a lot easier to know how long it's going to take to get somewhere. It's a bit more unpredictable in real life, yeah? Too realistic, says Mary the Pope. Yeah, honestly. We got a tiny bit of trailer damage as well. I think that might just be wear and tear, though. Because it's only 1%. I don't think we hit anything. I think that was just... It's just worn down over time. Oh, sharp corner here. Hopefully we can do some daytime driving after this as well, because I don't really like driving at night in this game, because especially when I'm streaming, because you guys really... There's not really much to see at night. I'd much rather drive in the daytime. So we'll try and get to daytime after this job. Kremenchuk discovered. This isn't even our destination. We are 55 minutes. No. We can't be 3 hours away. Hang on. I think I've still got the numbers wrong. The top number is how long... Right, the top number is the deadline. The bottom number is how long it's going to take us to get there. So we're not going to be late. There's 3 hours left, and we're going to be there in less than an hour. So we're not going to be late. False alarm. Ignore the dramatic music. We're not going to be late. How's your day been, says Brandon. Pretty good, Brandon. Yeah, can't complain. I mean, I have spent most of the day getting this stream ready, because Getting all the mods to work with each other and play ball with each other was a nightmare. But we finally got it, and it hasn't crashed yet, so I'm going to assume that all the mods are working properly. For now. Is this what you do with your life, bro? Says Large Fart Box. This coming from the guy who's been here for over an hour. You've watched this stream for over an hour, and you're just now saying, this is what you do with your life, bro? I always find it funny when people leave comments like that, like, oh, you're just wasting your time. Like, you're... If I'm wasting my time by streaming, then you're wasting your time by watching. Like, if you consider this a waste of time, then spending an entire hour watching it is surely an even bigger waste of time. Thanks for following Edmonds47. Okay, 22 minutes away. Thanks for following Caden J2012. We're at the final stretch now. Poltava discovered. Ignore the haters, says Edmund. I fully intend to, Edmund, don't worry, I never take any of it to heart. Might need to shift down to 6 here. Glad to hear it. Keep on gaming. Thanks, Edmonds. Good on you, says Riley. Thanks, Riley. Hello, Arcade. How's the drive? Says Alexander. It's going good, Alexander. Yeah, we're right at the end. We're just about to arrive in Kharkiv in Ukraine, and then we're going to take one more job, and that'll be it for today. Truck Spotter has requested that we go to Antarctica, so I'm going to see if we can somehow make our way down there. What's the game? The game is Euro Truck Simulator 2. It is getting a bit hotter now, I notice. We're up to 24. It's still way, way cooler than yesterday. But you can probably see behind me the sun has come out quite a bit now. No crashing, please, Saul. I'll try my best, Dob. Might get it, looks fun. It's a great game, Riley. It's a very relaxing game. If you're into trucks, you know, why wouldn't you, really? And it's cheap. It's like £13 on Steam. And usually it's on sale, and then it's only a £5, so it's really not much. This is a professional stream, says Ob. It's been more professional than Farming Sim, honestly. We haven't had a single crash or accident yet. So we've definitely done better than Farming Sim. We have got a couple of speeding tickets. But that's about it. Okay. I need to revise my previous statement again, because I still managed to get the clocks confused. So the bottom number is the deadline, and the top number is how much further we have to go. So we are going to be late. So ignore what I said earlier when I said we're not going to be late. We are already late. The time limit has expired. We are officially late on this job. Have you played Microsoft Flight Sim, says Harley. I haven't, Harley. I'm not interested in Flight Sim. I've never really had any interest in planes. Just not my cup of tea. Where you heading to? We're heading to Kharkiv in Ukraine. Can you try it one day in like a stream, says MTFC Riley. Again, no, because I wouldn't enjoy it. I know for a fact that I wouldn't enjoy it. And I'm not going to buy a game just to play it once on stream and then never touch it again. Because I've already basically done that with OMSI, which I also didn't particularly enjoy as a game. Again, no disrespect if you are into planes, if that's your thing. You know, I've got a friend who's into flight sim, he's got all the flight sim gear. Like, obviously I've got a trucking setup, but he's got all the flight sticks and all that kind of stuff. If that's your thing, then absolutely more power to you, but I'm just not interested in it. Have you played OMSI 2, the bus game, says Alfie? Yes, I have. I've played it twice on stream. The streams were fun, but the game was not. I just don't really enjoy... I've never been into buses. I didn't really enjoy the game all that much. I'm probably not going to be playing it again on stream. Never say never, but... yeah, I didn't really have the best time with OMSI when we did play it on stream. Okay, now we're less than an hour away. Oh, you can see Kharkiv on the map now, at last. What a trek this has been. It really didn't seem that far on the map, but my god, it has taken us almost 2 hours. 24 quid for OMSI, yeah, oh, but the thing is, it's never on sale either. Like, with Eurotruck's on sale all the time. I've never once seen OMSI on sale, so I had to buy it full price. And for a game that I've only played twice, and I'm not really interested in playing again, it does feel like I've wasted my money, you know? No offense to the creators of OMSI, no offense to people who enjoy OMSI, but for me personally, I really feel like I wasted my money on that one. Do you have a full UK license? Says he. Nope. I don't even have a provisional. I've never had any intention of driving in real life. It's just not something that I personally feel that I need or want to do. That sun is... that solar... that glare from the sun is very intense. How much money do you have right now, says Daniel? We got 11.4 mil at the minute. This job's 60k, which should take us to 11.5. Do you think you'll be able to go to Antarctica, says TruckSpotter? I hope so, TruckSpotter. We'll see what happens, but I would like to, yes. Oop, wrong gear. Slow it down, slow it down. There we go, Kharkiv discovered. How much IRL money do you have? I'm not going to answer that question, Daniel. I'm not going to tell you how much money I've got in my bank account. That's a really inappropriate question to ask. I'm sorry, but... Thanks for following, Josh. I'm playing Euro Truck as well, says Corbin. Nice one, Corbin. Whereabouts are you? Look at a little bus. Cute. In London. Nice one. Thanks for following, Corbin Ashley. Okay, finally, we're here. We made it. What a big job. I wasn't expecting it to take this long. I thought this would be a nice hour-long job and then we'd have time for 2 more. But this has taken us 2/3 of the stream. So we've only got an hour left now to do another job. Oh, we might not have enough room to U-turn here either. Ooh, it's going to be close. We did actually just nudge it just a little bit there, but close enough. Thanks for following, Ollie Evans. And there we go. Good God, what a job. Late. Wow, look at that. 23 grand late penalty. We were only 2 hours late. Are you joking? That's a third of the... We got like a 30% deduction for being 2 hours late. Fuck off. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Doesn't matter. I've got 11 mil. Doesn't matter. Moving on. Okay, we're going to go just next door for some fuel and a rest. And then we will do another job, and yes, we will try and do Antarctica. So this is Kharkiv, by the way. What are you playing tomorrow, says Harry? I'm not streaming tomorrow, Harry. Next stream is going to be Farming Sim on Friday. There should be a video coming tomorrow, though, if all goes well, which is going to be a Lego review for the Creeper that you can see in the corner there. Okay, we're refueled. Now for a rest. Ooh, not yet. And there we go. Okay. So, first job of the day done. And now for the second and final job of the day. Let's see if we can make our way to Antarctica. Right, so let's take a look at the map. I'm not even sure how to get to Antarctica, actually. Let's head down and see. Oh, we can zoom out. Lovely. Okay, so there's ferry connections, but they go all the way across Africa. So it's going to be really hard to pinpoint where they're actually from. It looks like there might be one from Palermo. One from... No, that keeps going. Nynäshamn, which is in Sweden. We can probably fast travel to Sweden and then get the ferry from there. So let's do that. Thanks for following, Dylan. So if we go quick travel. Holy map, says Nick. Yeah, look at this map. Look at this. We got Africa. We got Canada. We got Russia. We got Korea. We got Singapore. We got Laos. We got Indonesia. We got Australia. We got all sorts. And right now we're going to Antarctica. But first we've got to go to Sweden because that's where the ferry goes from. So we need to go to Nynäshamn. Are you playing it on PC or is it available on console? It's PC only, Cody, I'm sorry to say. Okay, and then we just need to head to the port, which should be just around the corner. If we go right and then right again. Thanks for following, Cody. Yeah, right again. And then it's just down here. Oh, we can't go that way. How do we get in then? Oh, I've just turned into a car park. It's that way. Okay, here we go. Ooh, bit of a bump there. Right, where can we go? We can go to Gdansk, Naui Port, St. Petersburg, Ventspils, Visby, McMurdo. That's where we want to be. It's going to cost us £30,000 just to travel there by ferry. But let's do it. Let's do it. I want to see Antarctica. We're going to Antarctica. Is this PC or console, says Tyler? This is PC. This also might crash, by the way, because I haven't tried going to Antarctica yet. So if the game crashes, then no Antarctica, unfortunately. It has frozen, but it always does that when I click on the ferry. You just got to be patient. Give it a minute. Any moment. Join me on Patreon, by the way. Get your name on this board. Get a shout out on stream. Behind the scenes content. £1 a month. Thanks, guys. Thanks for following Rocked. How much did you pay for all your setup, like the steering wheel and buttons, says Tyler? About 2,000 for everything. If you want to know more, check my second pinned video. I do a cost breakdown of everything, where it all comes from, how much it all costs. Crashed, says Ob. It hasn't crashed. If it crashes, the game will close. It's just frozen. There's still hope. Thanks for following Aaron Ford. It's not looking promising, is it? Still isn't saying that it's crashed, though, because normally when it crashes, the game actually just closes immediately. I don't think we're going to Antarctica, guys. I think it's time to just Alt F4, relaunch the game. Is this a DLC? No, it's a mod. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end the game. We're gonna have to. Unfortunately, we're not going to Antarctica today. I'll try and figure out what's causing the problem. But evidently, we're not going there. We could try Canada. I've never been to Canada in Euro Truck. Actually, technically I have. We went to an island that was in Canada's territory. But we haven't been to mainland Canada, which we can do now. So we could go there. It'll take a few minutes to load back into the game, though. Because of all the mods. Look, you can see there, 181 mods active. Before the end of the stream as well, I'll show you the mod list. It won't be available to download just yet, because I want to make sure that, well, things like this are fixed, so there's no crashes and stuff. But yeah, eventually the mod list will be available publicly, so you'll be able to play with the same mods if you're interested. Saul, would you ever get surgery to fully transition, says Lucas. No, Lucas, I don't plan on doing that. Please do check out my latest non-pinned video if you want to know more about why full transition isn't really a thing. And if you want to know my personal views on what I intend to do in my transition. But surgery is not something that I want to do or that I feel is necessary personally. Hey Saul, how are you doing? God, it is hot again now. It's still saying 24, but I'm still not quite as hot as yesterday, but I am starting to feel the heat. Ooh. Oh. I'm good, how are you? I'm not bad. I'm not bad, as you're sweaty, but that's usual in this this time of year. There is a chance the game may have crashed again. It still play the music though. Normally it's not crashed until the music stops playing. Again, there's still hope. You still call me Alex? Thanks, Alex. Oh, there we go. It's loading now. Thanks for following, Alex Bennett. I'm gonna just lean back a little bit. Oh, it's so hot. How do mods affect this game, can I ask? Most of them are map mods, so they add new places that you can visit. So, for example, we've got lots of mods that add in Africa, Asia, Antarctica, Australia, Canada. Lots of places that aren't in the main game. There's a few quality of life mods as well, like graphics and you know, detailing and sounds and stuff like that. But most of the mods that I've got are map related. So if I just show you the world map real quick. So this area here is in the base game. All of this is in Euro Truck Simulator proper. But all of this stuff over here in Africa, that's modded. All of this stuff in the Middle East is modded as well. All of the Russian areas are all modded as well. Korea, Laos, Indonesia, Singapore, all sorts of places that we can go to. And right now we're going to try and get over to Canada. So I'm going to sit back up straight and we're going to lock back in. How's your PC even alive? It's a good PC, what can I say? Honestly, Euro Truck, I feel like it's a game that you can quite easily add lots of mods to, and it doesn't really affect performance too much. But yeah, let's dive in. Okay. Canada. How do we get to Canada? I would like to do Halifax, but I think we got to get to St. John's first. So there's a ferry to St. John's from, looks like Plymouth. Yep. So we should be able to quick travel to Plymouth. I don't think that's going to crash the game. I love how you can just drive to Antarctica. Yeah, it's, like I say, that's the magic of mods. Okay, we're going to fast travel to Plymouth. 3 grand, nearly 4. And then we'll go from there, we'll take the ferry over to Canada. Okay, where is the ferry? Here. Let me zoom in a little bit. It's just there. Okay. Parking brake. I've flipped the parking brake again. So what's the point of the game? Do you have quests? You take jobs, yeah. So basically, I'm on the wrong side of the road. We're in Plymouth. They drive on the left in this country. Let me just make a quick U-turn. Yeah, you take jobs. You can pick and choose what jobs you do. And obviously you can do stuff of varying lengths and varying fees. And as Unknown User says, you can also do a bit of truck management as well. Like you can buy garages, you can employ people to do jobs as well to make a bit more money for you. I'd love to be a truck driver. Seems very chill, says Azure. I mean, I imagine it's a lot less chill in real life. I'm happy to do it in a game, but I don't think I could hack it in real life. And you get a lot of money as a truck driver. There is good money in it, definitely. Especially internationally, like if you go all around Europe. Nearly. What happens if you run red lights and stuff? Says Lexican mode. You get told off. Yes, you do get penalties for running red lights and speeding and stuff like that. Also, is your username a Legal Gentleman reference by any chance? Is that only if you get caught, says Azure? No, it's automatic. If you run a red light, you automatically get fined. The speeding, it depends if you get caught. Speeding, there's cameras and police cars as well, so if you can get away with speeding if they don't see you, but like running red lights and driving on the wrong side of the road, that's an instant penalty. Are there dangerous roads in this game? There's some difficult roads, definitely. I wouldn't say dangerous, but there are roads that, you know, lots of tight corners, very bumpy. Like, there's roads that are up on very steep cliffs and stuff where you have to drive a bit more carefully. Yeah, there are mountain roads. Especially in like Central Europe is the best place to find those, like Switzerland, Croatia, you know, the Balkans, that kind of area. In fact, I'm remembering when we did the really long drive from Faroe Islands to South Africa, there was a section in, I think it was in Uganda, where we were just driving along this really straight road, and then all of a sudden it had a really sharp curve and like went down this really steep hillside. That was genuinely surprising because it just came out of nowhere. What happens if you crash or like fall off? So there's no physical damage to the truck, but it will incur a penalty and you have to pay for repairs and stuff. We can't drive through there because the road's missing. Interesting. Can I just verify? Is the road actually missing or is it just invisible? It's missing. It's missing. Okay, back. Okay, so I think we may have encountered a mod conflict right now. We might be able to drive round, but I think we might be missing some assets. Again, I will address this off camera. This is why I didn't want to make the mods public just yet until I knew that there was none of this sort of thing. But clearly we're missing some assets there. Oh, it's missing on this side as well, so we actually can't get to the ferry port. Oh. That means we can't go to Canada. We can't go to Antarctica, we can't go to Canada. Where can we go? That's really disappointing. Is there any other way to get to Canada? No, that's the only port. I mean, we could go the long way round. There's one last chance. One last chance. If we go to Apex, which we've already unlocked, so we can quick travel there, we could get the ferry from Apex to Halifax or to St. John's. We could still get to Canada. There's still hope. There's still a chance. Okay, we're going to quick travel again. And this time we're going to quick travel to Apex. Oh, it won't let us. City has no service. Okay. We can quick travel to... It won't let me click. Okay, I can't quick travel anywhere apparently now. Hang on. I think it might have bugged out a little bit. There we go. We can travel to Nuke, or however you pronounce it. We can quick travel there, ferry to Apex, ferry to Halifax, and then we're in Canada. You probably said it lots of times, and I apologise for asking what game is this. It's called Euro Truck Simulator 2. Legacy game mode, but it is heavily modded. Obviously, places like Canada and Antarctica, you can't go there in the base game. You do need mods for that. I'm going to risk it and go down this little embankment. Oh, that was... I shouldn't have risked it. I shouldn't have risked it. I should have just gone rounds. And now we're stuck. Good. Well done. Well done, Saul. Nice work. Oh. It's the front bumper is... There we go. It's over. Oh shit. We've hit the wall. Whoops. Well, this is going well. Can you see the gift? Yes, sorry, Azure. Thanks for the hand heart. Okay, we're back on track. We did sustain a little bit of damage there because I, for some reason, decided to go down the embankment instead of just going round. Oh, this is an interesting tunnel. I don't think we've been through there before. I think we can only enter it when the lights are green, though. Seems... Is it one way? It looks like it could be one way. Or it could be two-way light controlled. But either way, the lights are red, so I don't think we can go in yet. It might be one vehicle at a time. Because I did see a truck in there. So it might not turn green until that truck goes all the way through. I only just realised there's a cat in the truck. There is, yes. Here's our cab cat, called Ginger. Which is ironic, because he's black and white. Thanks for following, Hannah Connors. Oh, this is cool. Look at this tunnel. Wow. There's the cat as you're sleeping. Well, not sleeping, but laying down on the dashboard. It is a two-way control tunnel. I thought it might be. That was really cool. I like that. That's so cute. That's from a mod called Farzel's Cab Cats. Which is on the Steam Workshop, so you can download that straight from the Steam Workshop into your game. And it adds in like 5 or 6 different cats with different coloured coats. I got a tuxedo cat because my favourite childhood cat was a tuxedo cat. But you can get a tabby, ginger, all black, Prussian blue, couple of other ones. I will buy this game just to have a cat in my truck. You should, Azure, you should. It's worth it just for that. I need to sleep again as well. Is there other real players in this? No, not at the moment, Tyler. You can play multiplayer. There's a multiplayer server called Truckers MP, or you can do convoys with up to 8 other players. But unfortunately, because I've got quite a lot of mods, that's not an option. I have to play single player. There's a multiplayer in this game, that's so cool. Yes, Azure, I've actually played quite a lot of it on stream. It's called Truckers MP. The server has a maximum capacity of 3,000 people. Or is it 5? No, it's 5,000. The server has a max of 5,000, and it's always really full, so there's always loads of other players about. I think usually when I play, there's about 2,000 other players online. But you got to bear in mind, it's a very big map, so they're all quite spread out. Unless you go to the major cities, you won't really see other players very often. But if you go to places like Duisburg, Calais, Paris, London, there's players everywhere. It's really fun as well. Ooh. Do people grief, says Azure? Unfortunately, yes. I have been rammed off the road a couple of times by people. Especially, you know, because I've got a truck with the trans pride flag on it. So it does attract a bit of unwanted attention now and then. I got rammed... I actually got knocked off a bridge by a player. He followed me around for like half an hour and then he rammed me off a bridge. Which was very annoying. But people, you know... Like any online game, unfortunately, you are going to have some of that. Some people just have nothing better to do, you know. Okay, this ferry appears to be working. Which means we're going to Canada. Let's find out. So we can go to Iqaluit, which I think is technically in Canada anyway. So Apex and Iqaluit are already in Canada, but we do want to go to... You know, we want to be in Nova Scotia, really. You know, that's proper Canada. We want to be over that way. So let's go to Iqaluit and then go from there to Halifax. Okay, this is not looking good. Oh, never mind, it worked. We're in Canada. Oh my god. Okay, there's a bit of a blizzard by the looks of it. But we are in Canada. We're not staying here though. We're moving on straight away to St. John's. There we go. And then we can go from St. John's to Halifax. Morning/evening. How are you doing, Oliver? Canada, says Azure. Yes, that was it. That was all. That was it. You saw Canada for a whole 10 seconds there. If the game doesn't crash, you might get to see a bit more of it. Although, again, it's not looking good. So there we go. Where are you going to and from, says Jack. We're not actually on a job at the minute, Jack. We're just trying to get to Canada. We are in St. John's. This is technically Canada. So we could have a little explore around here. But I want to go to Halifax. I want to go Halifax. Which means one more ferry trip. There we go. I'm gonna have to go. Says Azure, my fiance is making me want to play Valorant with her. Okay, well, thanks for joining, Azure, and you did at least get to see Canada. We are here now. It's raining, but we're in Canada. This is Halifax. We are in Canada at long last. We made it. Thanks for following, Murray. Right, so where can we actually go now that we're in Canada? Let's go get some fuel. That's probably a good place to start. There we go. Can you stall in this, says Communist Chris? Not with the automatic gear shifter, which I've got. I don't have a clutch pedal, so I've got it set to... I've got automatic clutch enabled. But if you are playing with a clutch panel, you can stall it, yes. So this is Canada. Very gravelly. That's better. Halifax discovered. This is it. Now, this is Canada. This is real Canada. Not that fake Canada that we were just at. This is the real deal. Nova Scotia. Thanks for following, Bob. So I think we have only got half an hour left, but I'll see if we can do a short job from somewhere around here. Thanks for following, Isaac M. Which pronoun? She, her. Thanks for asking, Cameron. No wonder it's so loud. I'm in 6th. Should be in 9. How's your evening been, says Tyler? Pretty good, pretty good. I've been enjoying the stream, definitely. It's been great getting back into modded Euro Truck after so long. I'm looking forward to playing a lot more of it. And obviously we'll try and sort out the teething troubles with the mod conflicts and stuff like that. How are you doing? Not too bad, Isaac. How are you? Okay, let's have a sleep. Right. So, what I'm going to do is we'll see if we can find a job from here, Halifax, to somewhere else. Does your whiteboard say Daniel Wilkinson, says Oliver? Yes, it does, Oliver. Daniel is one of my Patreon supporters. What am I doing? Oh, I'm supposed to be looking at cargo market. There we go. Right, so Halifax to Jasin. Oh my god. That is about as far as you can possibly get. That's Singapore. Halifax to Malaysia. Only 77 grand though from Halifax to Malaysia. That's not enough. Not a helicopter. No, helicopters are cursed. I'm not taking helicopters. Tramamundi. Birmingham. I mean, we could do with a shorter job, to be honest, given how much time we've got left on the stream. Halifax to Granville. Let's do that one. And then I'll probably finish the stream after that, to be honest. It'll be a little bit early, but it's starting to heat up again. And I think we've done enough for today, you know. Now, you don't have to answer this, but what made you want to become trans? Check out my pinned video, Tyler, where I talk more about it. Bit of a big question to be answering just on the fly, which is why I made that video. So if you really want to know, do check out my pinned video. First one on top of my profile when you go to my TikTok. Just wipe the water off the window there. There we go. Thanks for following Vicstar123. Hey girl, how you doing, Vicstar? So this is Canada. What a country. I'd love to go to Canada. Are you live tomorrow, says Captain Riley? No, next stream's going to be Friday. Add text to speech? No chance. No chance in hell. Why does the game look so dark? Because it's 8 PM and we are in the Arctic Circle, so it gets dark early at this time of year. The in-game time of year, not the real time of year. Have you had any surgery or hormones, says Isaac? Surgery, no. Hormones, also no, but I do want to take hormones. Hormones are on the list eventually, but I'm not interested in surgery. Pronoun she, her. Thanks for asking, Vicstar. It's so much louder than it was earlier. I don't know why. Can I be put on the whiteboard, says Vicstar. The whiteboard is my Patreon supporters. So you'll only get your name on there if you support me on Patreon. There's a link in my bio. It costs £1 a month. You get behind the scenes content, you get your name on the board, and a few other benefits. Okay, this is a bit precarious actually. Looking at this, I didn't realise how precarious this road was. Whoa, whoa, okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was literally just saying that this was a dangerous looking road. From one subscriber, how much do you get? £1 a month. That's how much it costs. £1 a month. I've got 5 subscribers, so I get £5 a month. Whoa, this road is murder. So Patreon doesn't take anything then? I think they take like 10%. But it's impossible to tell because the payout is in US dollars and then it converts it after it's been paid, so I really have no idea. Okay, I'm going to use cruise control from this point on because this road is hella dangerous. Oh god, and bumpy. Can you please turn on the all-round light? The beacon light doesn't work at the minute, unfortunately, with Euro Truck. It's very temperamental with Euro Truck because it was designed for farming sim. You're all over the road, mate. No truck driver you, says Big Lad Matthew. No, Matthew, this is exactly why I don't want to drive a truck in real life. Always amazes me on my live streams. I'll get half of the comments will be like, why don't you drive a truck in real life? And then half of the comments will be, why are you such a terrible driver? Like, put the two together. Figure it out. Oh god, this is bumpy as well. This is a really horrible road. I don't think I've ever driven anything like this in Euro Truck before. Whoa. God damn. Okay, oh shit. Why are we... There we go. We lost power there for a second for some reason. Thanks for a great stream as usual. Thanks, Dagger. Thanks for joining. We should have time for one last job. Just found your Facebook, lol, says Vicstar. Well, I use my real name here on TikTok, so it's not hard. Congratulations. Oh, I'm running out of fuel. That's why we... I think that's why we keep stalling out. Shit. We might need to do an emergency refuel then. I didn't even notice that we needed fuel. F9, is it? No. Oh, there we go. Emergency refuel. We can't get an emergency refueling from here? Great. Okay. How far are we from civilization? Quite far. Okay, so what I think we are going to have to do is get towed back to Halifax, and I think we might just have to write this off as a bad job and call it a day there, because we're not going to have time to do the actual job. It's a shame. I'm very sorry. Okay, we're back in Halifax. Where is the refuel station? just there. It can't calculate the route, apparently. Vicstar says, hello, Saul Rose Ruby Ashbridge. Once again, I have said my full legal name on TikTok many times before. Like, you're not doxing me. I know you think you're doxing me, but this is all very public information. I also found your dad's TikTok. Yeah, my dad is on TikTok. Yeah, he doesn't post very often. His content isn't really my cup of tea, but he is on TikTok. Shout out, dads. I think his name's Dean Poole or something. His real name's Dean. So, your mum next. Well, you won't find my mum because she's not on any form of social media and never has been. Sister or brother? I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers, Vicstar. I'm not going to tell you any of their names. I'll let you try and figure it out, since you're such a sleuth. Since you're so desperate to dig up details on my personal life, you go ahead. You go ahead and find out what my brothers and sisters are called. Have I just gone straight past the fuel station? No, it's a bit further down the road. Oh, whoops. Oh, I heard a Discord message. We may have a new member. Oh, I can't see it. Hang on. Oh, never mind. It was a ping in a different server. I thought someone new had joined. Oh, well, never mind. Oh, out of gear. Thanks for following, A. Wait, there we go. Thanks for following, Josh. The annoying thing is, we were at this exact petrol station earlier, but I didn't think to refuel. Oh well, we're here now. I think we got to be at the far end. There we go. Hi, says Reese. How you doing, Reese? Okay, now we're full again. Like I say, unfortunately, we're not going to have any more time at this point to do another job, so I am going to end just a little bit early. We're only about 10 minutes early. Once we've done the wrap-up, it'll be more like 5, so I'm not really that bothered about it. I am going to get to a proper place to park, though. Doing good, thanks to you. Yeah, I'm not too bad. Had a pretty good stream, all in all. There we go. Okay. I'm going to hang up the keys, and that is where we are going to leave it for today. So let me just save and quit out. There we go. Okay. That's the end of the trucking section of the stream. I will do a little bit of a sum up as usual, but if you're only here for the trucking, that is over from this point forward. So thank you for joining. I'm just going to switch to the big camera and we'll do the wrap up. Okay, so I'm a bit off center there. Let me just move myself across. There I go. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining today. It's been a good stream. It's been great to get back into Euro Truck for the first time in a while. Really good to be playing with mods again as well after so long doing unmodded with Truckers MP. So it has been absolutely fantastic. I forgot to show the mod list. I will show it next week, and hopefully I'll have tweaked it a little bit next week as well, so there won't be any crashing or any missing roads or anything like that. I did put this mod pack together in a bit of a rush for today's stream, so I'll do all the tweaks and, you know, iron out those kinks before the next stream. But I've had a good time. You know, we did a drive from Craiova to Ukraine. We headed over to Canada, which was great. All in all, pretty good stream. Had a lot of fun. Next stream is going to be Farming Sim on Friday. In the meantime, I am going to be posting a video tomorrow, which is going to be a Lego review video. I'm going to be reviewing this guy right here, the Lego Minecraft Creeper. We're going to be reviewing that in a video that should be posted tomorrow if I get the edit finished. I'm working on it. And what else? Oh yeah, I'm going to the Peak District on Thursday. So there's going to be no content on Thursday, but I am going to the Peak District where I'm going to be filming a video. So there's going to be another documentary video coming in the next couple of weeks as well. But yeah, next live stream is on Friday. If you have enjoyed, but you haven't already followed, please do. And if you want to support me elsewhere, then there are all of these places below, which you can find in my bio. So if you want to follow, if you want to subscribe on YouTube, I'm always live on YouTube and TikTok at the same time, so you can support me over there. You can join the Discord if you want to chat with me, if you want to keep updated when I post, when I go live. The Discord is the place for that. You can support me on Instagram and Blue Sky. I don't post there very often, but if you want to go and follow me over there, you can. And of course, there is the Patreon. Huge shout out to Kate, Sophie, Jess, Daniel, and Danny for supporting me over on Patreon. I can't tell you how much it means to me. I know I give you a shout out every day, but I really do appreciate it so much. Thank you all so much for supporting me over there. If you want to get your name on this board, get a shout out on stream, and get behind the scenes content as well, early access videos, uncut footage, bloopers, that kind of stuff, then please do consider checking out my Patreon. It's only £1 a month, which is a very reasonable price. Most people charge a minimum of £5 a month, but for me, only 100 pennies for an entire month. You can't say fairer than that. So that's all for today. I am going to end the stream here after blocking Vicstar, who unsuccessfully tried to dox me, by the way, in today's stream. Thanks for trying, Vicstar. Try again another day. That is where I'm going to end it, though. Thank you all very much. I've had a wonderful time. I hope you have as well, and I will see you on Friday for more Farming Sim, which I'm very much looking forward to. Love the Farming Sim streams. So bye-bye, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to go and cool off. Very hot. Not as bad as yesterday. After yesterday's stream, I jumped straight in the bath. Had a nice cold bath because it was such a hot day. Today it's not so bad, but I am still going to go and try and cool myself off a little bit because I am sweating quite a bit. So goodbye. Thank you all very much. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. I'll see you on Friday for Euro Truck. Bye-bye, everyone. And bye-bye, everyone over on YouTube as well. Hope you've had a fantastic time. I think this is the first modded Euro Truck that I've streamed on YouTube. The rest being TikTok VODs. So thank you. I do hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you on Friday as well for Farming Sim. And yeah, keep your eyes out for a video tomorrow as well. That's it. Bye-bye.